Ready?
And
Amy, you ready?
I'm at 6 o'clock when we start.
6 o'clock.
Deal.
Yo, they kill it. I got no feelings. Can't hurt me.
Anything else?
My ex-husband.
All right, it's 6 o'clock, I call the meeting to order, so if you would please rise for join me in the flag. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, for the record, we have 3 people here tonight, 2 council members and the mayor, which constitutes a quorum, so we'll go ahead with the meeting. And Amen. All right, there. So the meeting is hereby called to order. This evening, we are here to hold a public hearing on the ordinance 2025-0-3, adopting a general budget and enterprise budget for July 1, 2025 to June 30th, 2026, and establishing the tax rate. The ordinance was introduced on May the 8th, 2025, and was advertised in the Star Democrat on May the 9th. Prior to opening the public hearing, I want to read a statement. It is the duty of the mayor and council to accomplish this business in a reasonably effective and efficient manner. Therefore, disruptions will not be tolerated. No person or group shall be permitted to shout or speak from their seat during the meeting. All speakers shall remain courteous and respectful and refrain from disorderly speech or actions, name calling or personal attacks, threatening speech, obscene or indecent remarks, and derogatory comments. Speakers who engage in such speech and disrupt or disturb the meeting may be removed from the meeting. Public comment on the ordinance is limited to 3 minutes per person. The purpose of the public hearing is for residents to have an opportunity to offer comments in support of or in opposition to the budget. The public hearing is not the time for questions and answers. No response to comments, questions, or concerns will be provided during the hearing. We appreciate your cooperation and participation.
I don't agree to those terms. So you'll have to throw me out.
You got order, Mr. Mason. All right, is there a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance 2025-0-3?
I'll make the motion to open the public hearing.
All right, is there a second?
I'll second.
All right, so would you please, Christina, read the ordinance in full form, please?
Ordinance 2025-0-3, an ordinance of the town of Greensboro adopting a general budget and enterprise budget for the fiscal year beginning on July 1st, 2025 and ending on June 30th, 2026, and establishing a tax year rate for the fiscal year in the amount of 0.68 per hundred of assessed real property value, $1,153 per 100 on all commercial or business personnel property, and $1.40 per 100 on public utilities, and to adopt the service charge on the second semi-annual tax payment and an administrative fee adopted by Caroline County.
All right, thank you. So we have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. So the public meeting is hereby open. So we did not receive any questions, prior to the meeting other than Amanda, I saw you got up. We did get 2 questions from you. So would you like an answer to them?
Yeah, we'll start with that.
All right, so the 2 questions you asked about was the community support, $59,000 that's in the budget.
Yeah.
So that money is there, for that position, should the council decide to fill it at a later date.
Okay.
And the second one was, the maintenance expenditures for public works, and it went from $39,000 to $174,079, and that's due to anticipated repairs to some of the streets in town.
Okay, I guess I'm confused about
why the community support position pay isn't included with the salaries as it normally is.
I can't answer that, that's just the amount that they put in for this year.
Who's that?
Council,
So for what you put in, you don't know why you put it in there?
no, I said it's there for a position should it be filled.
Right, I'm just asking what the difference is between community support and it being a position, why it's not listed in the salaries.
So, again, like I said before, this is not a question and answer period, you asked a question and I gave you the answer.
Alright, so can we have that written down so you guys can follow back up with me at the next meeting? I'll just run through the list of questions that you won't have answers to because you have no idea what's going on with the budget. So, Whoville, it was listed on the budget, I was told that it's not happening, curious if it's not happening, what the budgeted allotment was for. Car Show Music Fest, what's changing for an increase of $10,000? Where did you guys find the savings for $8,500 for the internet expenses? I think that's a terrific way to save money. I think the community should be aware of where you found the discounts out. Maybe it could help with that. The police department salary, it's only a difference of $5,000. I thought that we were budgeting for an extra cop. We're budgeting for an extra cop. He's just like cheap labor. Wondering how that's gonna go. The contractual fees and the internet fees for the police department, different amounts, is that because you plan on moving them? Is that why they increased so high? Or just curious about what that difference is? Public Works, I know that they need 2 new trucks. We've been seeing their Public Works employees drive around in the town vehicle because one of their trucks are down. So curious to know if you guys are putting it into the capital budget for Public Works to have new trucks, or you guys just like, that's not important. And revenue for Public Works went up almost $37,000. Are they selling hot dogs, or how's their revenue gonna go up? I feel like you guys should have addressed all of this during the public meetings. I think that it was, a poor call on your end to remove the actual amount of money you've spent this year from the budget sheets. I think it's hard pressed to see how you guys came up with any numbers if those numbers aren't available. And if they are available, why weren't they made available to the public? So I guess the next action is to ask for PIA or whatever they're called, I don't remember.
Yeah.
For you, PIA, for you guys to tell me how much you've actually spent on each line item for the budget, because how can anybody look at these numbers and say whether or not they make sense? Did you guys have those numbers? You're not gonna answer because it was the council's decision. I feel like every time that somebody comes up here, including me, you guys are working towards clarity, and you guys have removed more and more and more and more information from the public eye. Is it 3 minutes for a public comment?
All right, thank you.
Sorry, it's 3 minutes for a public hearing
Yes,
and for the public comment?
yes.
Okay, I'll be back for 3 minutes.
There's no public comment tonight.
Oh, there's no public.
Says there is.
I thought there was.
No, it's not.
That's what it said on,
It's on the agenda.
Well, if it's out there, it's a mistake, there is no public comment.
All right, well, we follow the agenda here, so.
Okay, next.
She pretty much covered everything.
Just say it again.
Anybody else?
Take your 3 minutes.
All right, hearing no more public comment, I'll look for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
And second?
Second.
All right, the public meeting is hereby closed and the meeting is adjourned.